Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to D Smith. Let's discuss. Welcome to today's session. Today's session, gotta shout out Glasses Malone. Gotta shout out Glasses Malone. Been watching his YouTube channel a lot lately. Time to gatekeep the culture. Time to gatekeep the culture. A lot of people that are in it should not be in it. And a lot of you ninjas out there, stop selling out for the money, man. Now, just stop selling out. Just stop selling out. Culture, right? Language is a part of the culture. Listen to what Glasses Malone has to say about how Drake used a certain word and can throw the whole conversation, communication off. Check this out.
He asked me, he said, well, give me an example. I said, that's like during this battle, right? The last battle that just passed. When he said, the West Coast, y'all do fades, right? I'm handing them out. And I'm like, we don't do fades, right? We run fades. And I'm explaining this to him. We don't do fades. We run fades. We shoot fades, right? We might even give fades, but we don't do fades. And he was like, man, G, and I'm like, you don't get it. He thought
only the barber do fades. That's it. Only the barber do fades.
Right.
But wasn't that super Drake thing to say though?
Yes, it would be the thing you would say if you're not familiar with the lingo, right? You understand fade as the word that's slang, but you don't understand it's the context that makes it what it is. It's not just fade, it's how you know what I mean? How you use the term, right?
He don't know how to use it, right?
And I get that nigga a fade. Man, I shoot that fade. I shoot that nigga's fade. That's how we talk. So it's the context of the words, but you have to be vested in the culture to understand that. It can't be something that you heard in the song because you can hear it and you be like fades. And then you take that, right? But you don't understand it's the word before, right? We run fades. Now, in a regular English language, run fades could be like you're running away from a fight, possibly, if you don't understand what's being said.
That's probably what Drake heard. If you say run fade, he probably would think that's what that meant. Like, yeah, he's running away from the fades.
And that's the just thing about hip hop, using the terms fresh, right? Fat, all these different ideas that hip hop has popularized. There's things that we understand how to use them innately based off how we grew up. So to me, it's like an obvious thing. And I don't think it makes him any less or any more of a talent. I just think here is the facts.
So terminology, right? Run a fade. Dude said, I'm handing the fades out. What? I'm handing the fades out. What? Terminology, right? Each city has its own thing. I remember back in the day when it comes to money, terminology, offense, Starbucks, dub. If you know, you know. What do you know about Toronto culture? What do you know about Toronto culture? Because Drake is from Toronto, right? Listen to the cities Glasses Malone named in this next clip. Check this out.
The facts are this. And so it's like every time we had this conversation, right, Trap, I'm always be like, what do you know about Toronto street urban culture? Like you've gotten art from this person for 17 years at a high level. You've gotten art from this person for 17 years at a high level. 17 years. 17 years at a high level, you've gotten art. I'm talking about music videos. I'm talking about records, albums, collabs, features.
17 years?
17 years. Actually, damn. 18 years now.
Damn. 18? Damn. Okay.
And I always ask these questions. And it'd be simple questions. Shout out to homie Mr. Fresh, because Mr. Fresh here, and I know he with the owl movement, and I get it. It does sound like I'm being a dick. And I swear to you, cuz I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying here is something that we should protect, and this is how we protect it. So I would ask everybody the same thing. If I asked the lunch table, right, I said, hey, man, here are some lessons in street urban culture that you got through the arts, right? If I asked the lunch table, y'all can all comment at once. I don't care if you super chatted, feel me, any of the above, right? It's all love. What kind of car do people from Los Angeles, street urban people from Los Angeles drive? What would those cars be called?
Give us some
Fill
time
up
to
the lunch
answer.
table.
Give us some time to answer.
Fill up the table. Tell me what kind of cars West Coast people drive. What are they called?
Let's see what we got here.
What would Drake answer be right now?
Low riders.
Right, you see that, right? Lows, right? Six folds.
Okay.
Right, six folds.
Okay.
Low riders, right? Low lows, whatever you want to call it, whatever terminology you got, right?
Hoopties, you said hoopties, classics.
Right? Solid.
Okay, low lows.
Okay,
low
right.
riders.
What kind of cars do brothers from street urban culture drive in Miami? Right, that's a question to the table. What kind of cars do brothers from Miami drive? Right?
Ain't nobody driving no whips in Miami. Cut it out, y'all.
Yes, they are.
Whips.
Right, there you go.
What
kind of whips? Whips is just a lingo, but whips is just a lingo, right? So they call dunks, right? I see y'all saying that
dunks. Yeah,
right? Dunks. Fine. What kind of cars? What's the title of a car that people drive in Houston? How about in Houston? In the city of Houston, all this street urban culture we got, right? All this representation of that version of Texas. What do you call? Slabs. I see somebody say slabs, right? Slabs. You hear them saying slabs on swangers, right? On these
buckets,
right? Boom, they doing their thing. Tell me what that is for Toronto street urban culture.
So you heard the city glasses name, right? Houston, Miami, LA. Each different, but the same. Each different, but the same with their own terminology, right? What do you know about Toronto? Old boy been in the game 18 years. We know nothing about Toronto. And we got Crody from Kendrick Lamar. Check this out.
18 years of music, 18 years of art.
Drake.
Tell me the same thing for Toronto.
Drake said they rolling on fades out there.
Here, I all shout out to every Owl fan that fuck with me. Tell me, what do they drive? 18 years. 18 years.
Rolling on them fades.
Rolling on fades.
18 years. They do have some. You don't know because you're not getting them from that person because that person's not a hip hop act. They're not an act. They're not a product of street urban culture in Toronto. The reason you don't know, even though you have 18 years worth of material, because that's not what he represents. He's a pop artist. He'll tell you about a lowrider before he tells you about what's happening in Toronto street urban culture. Here, I got some more questions. Fashion. Let's go to fashion.
Come here.
Right? Let's go to fashion. Right? Let's go to fashion. What kind of pants do people on the West Coast wear? As far as Southern California gang, street urban culture, give me the name of the pants. What brand pants do they wear?
Oh, Dickies with a crease?
Right.
What you wearing? I don't know. Dickies, right?
Dickies, right? Everybody say that. Shout out to the table. Dickies. Here's a test for the table. Super chatted, however you want. Dickies. Got it. Dickies. Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Dickies. Okay.
All right. What kind of glasses, fashionable glasses, do people wear in Detroit? What are they called?
I need to give me a pair of those for real. I'm giving me a pair of those.
What kind of glasses? Glasses that people in Detroit wear. What are they called? There you go, Daddy. Yo. There you go.
He said it.
Asking y'all hip hop. There you go. Super chatted in. If you got it. Buffs, right? Got it.
Buffs.
Right. What kind of shoes?
I ain't got.
No, we ain't even go there. We ain't gonna do that. Right?
Damn,
okay,
I ain't got none here right now.
All right. Okay. So give me what type of pants are popular in Toronto street urban culture? What kind of pants? What kind of glasses?
Skinny jeans.
I was about to violate them. I say pom pom shorts.
How about that? All 18 years worth of music, 18 years worth of art, 18 years worth of music video. You know why you don't know? Because this person doesn't represent street urban culture in Toronto. That's why you have no idea. You knew that the first time you saw Snoop Dogg, you knew that. You knew that, period. The reason you don't know that with this specific artist is because they are not a part of street urban culture. Here's the last test. What kind of shoes are popular for street urban people in New York City?
Trap, you got some Timbs on right now?
Nope, not right now. I got some ready. You already know I do.
How about
Some
that?
butters.
How about that? How about that?
Last clip, Glasses continue to give a lesson on this thing we call culture, man.
That New York City, what kind of street urban shoe, what brand of shoe are they wearing that's popular, right? Right, y'all can go through tons of them, right? You could do Tim's, Uptowns, all that, right? How about in Los Angeles? How about in the street urban culture of Los Angeles? What kind of shoes?
K-Swiss.
That used to be y'all shit. Though.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they
used to be y'all shit. It was actually basketball sneakers at first. That was the crazy thing about it.
Right, how about, there you go, Chucks, right? Chucks, you got it. Cortez, right? You just name his shoes. You know, how about even in New Orleans? Do anybody know in New Orleans? How about in New Orleans? What's a shoe that they made popular, right?
Masterpiece sneakers.
The Masterpiece.
Right, you know about the Soldiers, right? The Reeboks, right? The Reebok Classics, the Soldiers, right? You know about that, right? You're aware. Yep. Right? Yeah, everybody that table going crazy, right? You got it. Soldieries, right? You got it, right? Shout out to the NO. What type of shoes are popular for Toronto street urban people?
Penny loafers.
18 years worth of art, 18 years worth of music video, 18 years worth of albums from one artist. What is that shoe in Toronto?
Somebody said Bobos.
You know why you don't know? And it's because that street urban scene exists. He is not involved in that. That's not what he does.
Somebody said flip-flops.
He's not a part of hip-hop's scene. He's not a part of street urban scene. That's not what he does. He's a pop artist. He's going to teach you more about us. He's going to tell you the lingo of Atlanta. He's going to tell you, he's going to have the motto where you see a lowrider under the Bay Bridge. He's going to show you all of us. He's going to use Big Frida on Nice for What? Because he's a fucking fantastic pop artist, and that's what pop art is.
Big Frida.
Right? It's the things that assimilate to the top of culture, and then pop can reach and grab that because it's so high they can, hey, let me use that. This is why. So again, having this ridiculous argument is simple. It's not even that deep. It's not a disrespect. That's standard for pop artists, bro.
So what do you guys think? Shout out to Glasses Malone. Welcome to the session. Like, comment, subscribe, man.